Good morning, students. In the chapter Crop Production and Management, we have discussed about several agricultural practices. Out of those 7, we have already discussed about the 3. Now we will move on with the 4th one, that is irrigation. As we all know, water is the most important thing that is needed for all living organisms. Here, even for plants growth, their proper nutrition has to take place, and for that purpose they require water. Water is very helpful for plants in order to absorb the nutrients from the soil, to supply it properly to all the parts of the plant body, and hence for that irrigation, or you can say the proper supply of water to plants at the time of their need, is very necessary. Hence this 4th step, irrigation, plays a very important role here. So let's see the definition first. What is irrigation? So it is nothing but, irrigation is defined as the supply of water to the crops at regular intervals of time. See here, it is not like we need to supply water all the time. Depending upon the type of crop, you can note it down, depending upon the type of crop, depending upon the season, and also the availability of water in that area. These are the factors that help in carrying out the irrigation process. Availability of water in that particular area. Why is it so? See, not all the crops require the same amount of water. As we have seen in our previous videos, we have mainly 2 categories in crops, kharif crops and rabi crops, right? So it is dependent upon the season, whether it is grown in summer season or winter season. For that purpose, the proper amount of water need to be supplied. And the same thing comes here also, season. If it's rainy season, then there is no need to worry, because naturally the plants, the field will get irrigated. And also the very important factor, availability of water in the area. See, it is not necessary that in all the areas the same quantity of water should be present, or the same method, the same way should be used in order to irrigate or water the plants, water the crops there. So these 3 factors play a very important role in order to carry out this 4th step, that is irrigation. Now let's see what are the different water sources that are used to supply water or to irrigate the fields. So here are some of the sources of irrigation, that are wells, tube wells, ponds, lakes, rivers, dams and canals. So by using these sources of water, by using these water bodies, you can, the person who is carrying out these agricultural activities, farmer, can easily make use of this water and irrigate his field. The next thing that you need to know here is, as I mentioned earlier, you cannot carry out the same method or same way of irrigating the fields, because availability of water is different in every area, and due to that you need to follow different methods to supply the water to the fields. And in such cases you will get traditional methods as well as modern day methods for irrigating the field. What are those? See here, 2 methods, traditional methods, modern methods. In case of traditional method, that means which are being followed from olden times, here moat, that is nothing but pulley system, and chain pump are used. What do they do here is either manually, that means human beings or the person, or with the help of animals, the water will be fetched out of the well or any kind of river water body. Then with the help of buckets or with the help of different containers, it will be supplied to the field in both the cases. Here particularly we are using pump. Here it is done manually or with the help of animals. Here pump will be used to draw water out of the well, tube well, or any other kind of water body. Then it will be supplied to the field. In case of modern methods, we have two systems here: sprinkler system, drip system. In case of sprinkler system, the water will be drawn out of the wells with the help of a pump. Then the main pipe will be divided into several thinner pipes, and it will be having nozzles, and that kind of network is spread in the whole field. So that what happens when the water is pumped out, or it is drawn out of the well with a greater force, through that main pipe the water gets distributed to those thinner pipes, and due to the pressure they come out of the nozzles, and it will be sprinkled in the whole field uniformly, which just gives the effect of rain. And in this manner, properly, without wasting the water, the field can get irrigated properly. Whereas in the second method, that is drip system, here the main pipe is connected to thinner pipes in the field, but instead of having nozzles there, they are having holes, so that when water is pumped out, slowly, drop by drop, the water gets supplied to the roots, directly to the roots of the plant there. So in this manner, without the wastage of water, the plant get irrigated properly. And since it is taking place drop by drop, the water is dripping there, this system is called as drip system. And these two methods are very effective in case of places where there is scarcity of water, or water cannot be supplied properly, or cannot be supplied at the proper time. So in such places, these two systems play a very important role, and hence are being followed or are being applied in most of the areas. So these are the two methods that we have discussed. All these things come under the concept of irrigation.